Hey everybody, it's me Arlene, Delicious Delights. So I have a sample here of Burberry Goddess Parfum. This one is the newest flanker from the series, and I am very curious and excited about this release. Before I sniff this one for the very first time, I do want to talk about the other versions of Goddess. I don't own any Goddess perfumes. However, I think the first two, the original one and the intense ones, I think they're absolutely beautiful, fantastic, stunning. And if I didn't already own anything that were similar to them, then I would probably want to own at least one version of Goddess. In any case, the first version, the original Burberry Goddess, stunning scent. The focus was vanilla. There was like different types of vanilla in there. And behind that, there's this gorgeous soft lavender. So the whole vibe of the original Burberry Goddess was a very soft, powdery, creamy vanilla lavender scent where the vanilla was at the front the entire time. And also that lavender gave a nice therapeutic kind of calming vibe as well. So I found it also to be a warm and cozy scent, a clean scent as well. There's some muskiness in there as well, but the main focus of the original Burberry Goddess was that vanilla. And it actually reminded me of a discontinued scent from Burberry, sorry. It's the Burberry Brit Rhythm for Her, which I have loved for so long. I still have my bottle. It's not around anymore, but I still really love it. It also had this soft, cozy, warm vanilla lavender vibe to it. So the original Burberry Goddess, super popular, and I'm not surprised because it is a beautiful scent. So then they came out with the Burberry Goddess Intense version, and that one was definitely more intense than the original Burberry Goddess. I found the original one to have pretty good performance already, but the Intense version was intense, more strong, more potent, beast mode scent. And that one, for me, in the opening, it was mostly about the lavender. The lavender was the most noticeable in the opening, especially. The lavender came off strong, bold, spicy as well, very heavy, something that would probably be more appropriate for colder weather, or maybe like colder nights or cooler nights as well. But yeah, it was mostly about that spicy, creamy lavender, and I absolutely loved the opening. The dry down of Burberry Goddess Intense was also very nice, where the lavender kind of toned down a little bit, and then the vanilla took charge as it dried down, and it was still a very heavy and intense vanilla scent. And it also had some powderiness as well, and sweetness and some muskiness too. I did smell some of the original Burberry Goddess in the Intense version, but yeah, the Intense version was just so big and bold, and I loved the Intense as well. Now, finally, they have the Parfum version, and I guess the assumption that I'm making actually is the Parfum might even be more intense than the Intense version, which I'm thinking, since the Intense version is already super strong, do we need something that's even stronger? Well, I guess that's for people to decide if they need something stronger than the Intense, because honestly, when I was testing the Intense version, I took a shower and I still smelled it after my shower. So that's how strong that scent was. So yeah, I have not tried this one yet. I am so curious. I'm curious to see if it's a love at first sniff or not. The bottle is similar to the other ones. It looks like this one has a darker juice in there. And there is a write-up here. I'll just read this one out here quickly. Burberry Goddess Parfum is a gourmand, aromatic, leathery fragrance. At the top, a vibrant raspberry accord complements the radiant lavender essence from Burberry Goddess Eau de Parfum. The signature trio of vanilla extracts unveils its richness at the heart, while a suede leather accord brings more warmth, texture, and sensuality to the gourmand vanilla base of this powerful scent. So they have some leather in here and also raspberry. And when I hear those notes together, I'm automatically thinking of another scent. It's actually my number one favorite leather scent. And I might as well grab it. I'll be right back. Okay, so my number one favorite leather scent of all time is Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. Yeah, I have loved this one for so many years. I haven't found any leather scent better than this one. Oh my gosh. There's just something extra special about Tuscan leather. Leather is the main note, but there's also raspberry in here as well. So I am curious to see what Burberry has done with these leather notes and the raspberry notes. And let's finally give this one a try for the very first time. And while I do, I would love to hear what your scent of the day is, and also, do you have a number one favorite leather perfume? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, so here we go with the first sniff of Burberry Goddess Parfum. Okay. This is sweeter than I was expecting it. Yeah, that raspberry note is noticeable right away. And it has like a kind of sharpness to it. It's making my nose tingle a little bit. A strong, sweet, candy-like raspberry note. I am getting some of that lavender herbal scent as well, and I'm thinking of raspberry and then adding some extra vanilla to it to make it even more sweet, because this is an extremely sweet scent here in the opening. Mostly of this raspberry that has kind of like a sharp, biting kind of sensation to it. I'm not smelling that much leather right now. I'm smelling the raspberry and vanilla right off the bat here. And I do smell something in the background as well. A musky, herbal, earthy scent. And some vanilla as well. Yes, I do smell an extra sweetness in here. I thought the leather would be noticeable right away. But right now it's really not. Now, of course, I do have to try this one on skin to see how things develop and dry down. But the opening is big hit of vanilla and raspberry. And then behind that, something heavy brewing in the background. And definitely, just from my first sniff of it, definitely nothing near this one here, where the leather is at the front. Okay, now I'm going to read out the notes, and then I'm going to go back to the test strip to see how it's dried down for a bit. Now let's see here what it says for the accords. Main accords: vanilla, fruity, lavender, sweet, leather, powdery, musky, and aromatic. So 2025 release, the nose is Amandine Clerc Marie. And the notes in the top, raspberry and lavender. The middle notes are vanilla, vanilla absolute, and vanilla caviar. And the base notes, there's only one, suede. Suede leather. Let's see what it's been compared to. It's been compared to Goddess Intense. Really? There's 29 votes for that right now. I found the Goddess Intense to be the most heavy on lavender in the opening and also the most spicy. This one here is giving me mostly that raspberry candy, raspberry jam, vanilla vibe. But it has changed already on the test strip. So it's also been compared to Paco Rabanne 1 million. That's interesting. And also a Zara scent, Hypnotic Vanilla and Woods, which I have not tried. Also Haute Couture from Givenchy. And that one is also very heavy on the raspberry. That one, I would say there are similarities, especially in this opening here. Because the Haute Couture had this very warm fruitiness to it that was very, very intense. And I'm getting a very warm, fruity raspberry in here. Okay, it's changed. And just like after a minute or two, I smell the familiar vanilla that I smelled in the other versions of Goddess. Yeah, the raspberry has toned down a little bit. And I smell also the leather now. And the leather is very soft and subtle. Like a smooth leather bag, a new one that you just bought from the store. And then you run your hands on the leather bag and it just feels so nice. I actually used to work in a leather store called Danier Leather a long time ago when I was studying. And I always like to touch the fabrics, the leather. This is giving me the idea of just touching a nice new leather handbag, a suede one. Yeah. It's softened a lot already. Where in that beginning part, it was very like biting and harsh. This has now softened into a sweet, smooth, soft, leathery feel. And then the lavender is also still lurking in the background. It's there, but it's not loud or heavy as it was in the intense version. And the vanilla is reminding me of the original Burberry Goddess. So yeah, so far it has changed a lot. I'm curious to see how this one grows or develops on skin. These are just my first impressions and my first sniff, but so far I like the scent more after that opening. The opening was nice, kind of harsh though. That might be a little too overwhelming for some. But now it has settled down pretty quickly into a soft, smooth, suede vanilla scent. Yeah, I like it so far. It's a like for me, but a strong like. Just as I do like the other versions of Burberry Goddess. Those were just excellent scents. I see the Burberry Goddess, the original one, more like an everyday kind of signature scent. The intense version more for nighttime or nights out. And then this version here, kind of like in between. From what I can smell here, I think this is not as strong as the intense version, but again, I have to test this one properly, but it doesn't feel more intense as the intense version. So yeah, this is definitely worth trying. I do like this one a lot, but we'll see how it goes on my skin. So those were my first impressions of Burberry Goddess Parfum. released in 2025, the newest flanker. If you have tried this scent, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Also, which is your favorite version of Goddess? I would love to hear about that as well. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you very soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.